Oh, that's the real apples. Yeah, man. You looking like the devil who created you. What's up, motherfuckers? Man, I just got done DJing shit, hanging out. I got done, and then some shit popped up. Some shit popped up on my TV screen as I was tearing my DJ equipment down. And I think this shit is because dude, buddy popped this shit off while I was DJing. So I'm like, no, it just went down. So I listened to what the first 45 minutes of it. So obviously the thumbnail says let be consistent. I said that on purpose for a purpose. So I want to say a couple things up front, and then we're gonna get to the little video that Neil shared this evening. First and foremost, I want to make this clear. If you're familiar with this channel, you're familiar with me. I don't like Matt Dillahunty. I also think he's a miserable man. I think he talks to people and treats people like shit. I think we have far greater examples of how we should treat people if we consider ourselves humanists before anything. We have far better examples than Matt Dillahunty to look at, up to, whatever the fuck you want to say. So I'm going to be consistent because this further proves this bullshit to be absurd, right? First of all, this is a really cute, like, attempt to bob and weave, Neil and Derek trying to bob and weave. It's a cute attempt. Whether Matt in reality is a giant asshole or not does not mean that Bob, you and or Derek are on some dumb shit. I don't know why you think that this proves something. Like you only look more dumb. You only sound more dumb for doing this shit. And like doubling and tripling and now quadrupling down on this shit. Huh? That was your flex, bro. That was your flex. Before I make my next point, before I bring the video up, let's have a drink break. Let's have a little drink break.
1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3. Get fucked up. 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 Get fucked up.
So, especially Derek, but Derek and Neil often refer to their past, whether it's addictions, ripping and running, getting locked up, whatever. I share that with them. Been there, done that. Neil, I'm talking to you right now. If you don't realize right now that Derek is using you as his spearhead, notice Derek's not talking to Matt. Derek's not calling a call-in show. We don't see any screenshots or any conversations about Derek doing any of this, right? You are his pawn, bro. And if you don't see it, and you don't realize it for what it is. I'm here. I'm here to throw out the bat signal for you. And if you ripped and run the streets the way y'all say you did, you already know what time it is. You are his pawn, bro. You're the little man. So in the streets, there's big homie and little homie. Big homie calls the shots, little homie does the shots. Derek's your big homie, your little homie. And if you don't see it, I'm trying to help you see it. He's you're out here doing the dirty work for him, because it's obvious at this point his wanting to make money off YouTube is more important than anything. And he's going to allow you to go do, say, it appear on any fucking thing you can and will. And you're going to take the shots for him. And if you miss it up to this point, I mean, I feel bad. I do feel bad for you if you don't realize it at this point, because I think the rest of us can see it. But yeah, it's obvious at this point. The other thing I want to point out. No, actually, this is in the video. This is in the video, which makes it even more ironic. So let's pull the video up. Let's pull the video up. And let's do this, because this is it, and it's 2 hours long. We're not going to watch this whole thing. Just enough to again, let's be consistent. Okay, let's be consistent. So I'm going to be consistent. And that's what, as soon as I saw this and I heard the first half hour, 45 minutes, whatever it was, while I was tearing down my DJ gear and all that, I'll be the first one. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back here. I will be the first one in the atheist cult, the far left atheist cult, to tell you right now, I don't like Matt Dillahunty. I don't like him. I don't like him. Okay. I said it once. I will double down. I'm with you. That doesn't mean you're not on dumb shit. This is a weird squabble, bro. This is a weird squabble. So let's take a little gander here, because even in the short half hour, 45 minutes I listened to, I was like, yep, this shit be funny though. This shit be funny though.
Welcome back to the Gnostic Informant, and you are about to attain true gnosis. And today I'm just going to go live to sort of talk about what I got going on in the future, some projects that I'm working on. But before that, we have to do a review of something that just went down 10 minutes ago or so, like an hour, half an hour ago, something like that. Just went down. I was to give you a little rundown of what's going on here. So I'm on Facebook, and I'm kind of in a little back and forth with some people over some recent events. If you guys don't know, there's been some people, raging at me and Derek for daring to host the bigot Bob Price.
Raging. Can you hear the rage in my voice, you guys? Can you hear the rage? I'm so rageful and shit.
And me and Derek have been saying since day one, look, we don't believe in eternal damnation. We were friends with the guy. We felt a little bit, we agreed with you at the time that what he was doing was kind of bigoted, and we wanted to.
Kind of bigoted. Kind of bigoted. I'm so rageful right now. No, because at this point, Neil, Derek, like, this is becoming comical at this point. It's becoming comical. It may be kind of, sort of, maybe could have been bigoted, maybe a little bit. But I'm here for it.
To take keep a distance from the guy, and it was fair at the time.
And I remember what else I was going to say before I hit play on the video. So let me say this real quick. Neil, when you do watch and listen to this, because as I assumed on the other stream you guys did, when you do watch and listen to this, I did see that you messaged me on Facebook. I did not respond in that moment because I was getting ready to DJ, and I also had a DJ gig over the weekend and shit. And I'm not going to go back and forth and waste my time on reasoning why it's okay to be this way. So if you want to talk about like why it's not okay to be this way, then I'll have a conversation with you. I'll chop it up with you. If you want to talk about why it's not okay to be this way, I'll do that. But if it's you trying to continue to justify this shit, then I will not entertain it.
And then as time went on, I'm going to talk to the guy again.
This is cutting into practice time. God damn it.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
I want to talk about mythicism. I was the first one to have him on. Derek actually did it after me. And people lost their minds. And some people who we thought were our friends turned on us. in a very performative, fake way.
Yeah, very performative fake. I just want to say what's up, everybody in the chat. I know I haven't taken a second to do it. What's up, motherfuckers? I know this is a super late night stream for something this serious, but also a joke. At this point, all at the same goddamn time. But thanks for hanging out. And I thought it was important because they just did this shit like 2 or 3 hours ago. And if this does not make this absolutely comical at this point, I don't know what the fuck does. At this point, I'm like, what the fuck is you doing?
Very performative, fake way. Some of them came to us behind the scenes, acting like it was all good. We're not going to do anything. By the way, I have the receipts, which I will show. I have a video coming out. I'm going to do a video on this showing some crazy hypocrisy. We're talking people saying one thing in private, saying, I would never say that. Then that's crazy. I would, if anyone ever told me that I'm a bigot for talking to Bob, I would tell him to F off. And then the next day in public going, Derek, why would you have him on? You're normalizing his behavior.
Man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious that you say that. Because Derek said, no, I can't platform this dude anymore because of this, and that. And then you also deplatformed him for this, and that. I mean, and again, that's why on a thumbnail, be consistent. Just be consistent. Listen to all the rage.
So anyways, I said a lot there. I'm going to explain all of this in a video that's coming out in 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 days. But right now.
And again, did that not just sound like Derek when he was in the side chat on Brady's stream? Oh man, I'm going to tell the truth in a day or two.
So as a result of all this, I'm on Facebook and Matt Dillahunty is talking to me acting like Matt Dillahunty, just like completely raging and acting like a crazy person. And he said something to me. I said something back. And then I told him he was miserable. I go, dude, you're miserable and your fans are probably miserable too. And he goes, you want to come on the line at 6 o'clock and try to prove that to me? And I was like, sure. And then and then he goes, are you scared to come on? Is what he said. Actually, let me show you that. Before we even get to that, let me show you him actually.
So talk about performative. Talk about performative. Because what you're talking about is a conversation via text. But you're putting your own spin, like your own. This is how Matt sounded when he sent these texts. You want to come on? You want to do this? Oh yeah. You want to text me? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure that's exactly how he sounded. Talk about performative, bro. Again, be consistent. Miss us with all that shit. Just show the fucking text. Oh, Matt, yeah, send me messages, yeah.
Saying that to me, where he actually said to me, what are you scared? What are you scared? Hold on a second.
How do you? Are you scared? Performative much?
Hold on. All right, let me share my screen.
Yeah, just
And
do that.
I think I see my boy Derek Lambert in the house.
That's not. Hey, that's not your boy. That's your daddy. That's big homie. That's daddy. That's your big daddy.
What up?
Oh, what's going on, man? I wish you were facing the other way or something.
You want me to
but-
try? Well, no, I
No,
can do
that's all right. Maybe can you do a flip? Can you like? Is there like a way you can flip the camera and mics in the settings?
Brilliant said, Jenna, this is serious atheist drama. Hold back on jumping Oz for his impersonations. Simmer down. Oh,
Maybe.
I wonder if you can do that.
Yeah, I think there might be a way to
That
do
way it would
that.
look like more.
yeah. If you could tell, I'm so enraged. Go cult mob atheist cult mob. Sick 'em.
Your
Or, you know,
camera.
you know, OCD.
Boom. What's up? What's up?
You do it?
Yeah. Can you see
Oh, I don't
me?
see it on my end. I don't see it on my end.
No, I
No,
see
it's
it on
only-
mine.
It's flipped on your end.
Yes.
That's weird. I wonder if they see it. Oh well, we tried. But
Damn it.
I wanted before I pull up this video. You didn't even see it yet, did you?
I started.
So again, I want to point this out, Neil. Neil, this is directly for you, to you. Try to help you out. Notice you're doing all the dirty work, bro. Again, if y'all at this point, I'm suspect. If y'all did the ripping and running in the streets like y'all say you did, you should already know what time this is. You doing the dirty work, bro. You doing the slime. You're doing the slime, and he shows up boss mode. Like, I approve of you, son. You keep going out there and doing that dirty work for me. Keep doing that slime for me. That's fucked up, bro. That ain't your friend. That's your pimp.
Started watching it, and Ryan came in and was like, "Who is talking like that?" I said, "That is the notorious Matt Dillahunty. That is how he talks to people."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Someone needs to just." She
Yeah.
got annoyed real quick at how he behaves. By the way, you're
So
totally irrelevant with over 1,000 viewers.
You
about
told me I was
1,300
irrelevant. We're gonna get there. So look at this. Look at this. He said, here we go. Here we go right here. Here's where he says, I'll be sure to let the audience know that they're clear.
And that right there shows you Derek's thinking. The first thing he was paying attention to. Neil, you are completely irrelevant. You have 1,000 people viewing your shit right now. You are complete like that was the, and that's why I said at this point, it like I'm doing this more I'm approaching this more from a satirical comedy. I mean, there's going to be the serious points, right? But I think the remainder of it's going to be satirical and comedy because at this point, it's like I can't even take you two motherfuckers serious anymore. Neil, you are not relevant. You have 1,000 people watching. 1,000. Do you know how many times I watch streams on YouTube? Motherfuckers got like thousands, plural, people watching. You ain't shit. My channel ain't shit. I ain't shit. You ain't shit. Quit acting like you're shit. Shit.
Really miserable tonight unless you'd like to call in and tell them yourself. I'm live at 6 Central. come educate us unless you get pleasure from claims you can't back up. And I didn't know if he was being serious. I said, are you being serious? Jim Burrows sends me the link, and then Matt Dillahunty goes, you being scared? And I was like, all right,
You're the
fine.
wrong one.
I don't want to say no more. And by the way, this is me after I got back. He was on Facebook talking to, this is how I know he was raging at me. This is how I know I got to him. He went to Facebook while he's still live right now to talk to me. As I'm not doing anything. I'm already home. You're doing your show. And he's going, and this is why I said, maybe if I actually had time to talk, I can actually explain myself. And the reason why I said that is because you'll see in a second.
Yeah.
He cut me off at every single time. I couldn't even get 3 syllables in before he mutes me and cuts me off, which is fine. I wanted him to do that because it just shows everybody what kind of person he is.
So I'm gonna pause here. This is going to be probably so far what I've watched, probably the only time that I agree that I agree with Neil. Yeah, but Matt needs to take a vacation, like a long vacation, because it's not when it comes to that, it's not a Neil and Derek thing. He just like is. I've heard some very disgusting phone calls. Some very, very disgusting phone calls involving Matt, where I'm like, what? Why the fuck would you say that or do that? And the one, again, keep it at $1, keep it at 100. The one that will always stick out in my brain is there was a dude that called in and was deconverting, and he had a mom that was like my mom before she passed, like very staunch, like hardcore Christian, blah, 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 all that shit. Matt, not being a good listener, just jump dude's shit. And the dude was literally, you could hear his voice cracking on the phone. And he was like, no, I'm walking away from the faith. And I actually thought you were a good person to talk to. And I can't remember who the co-host saved it. I can't remember who the co-host was on that one that jumped in and saved it. So again, on the thumbnail, be consistent. That's me too. I'm going to be consistent. I agree. The motherfucker wild, man. On these phone calls, this motherfucker is wild. Matt Dillahunty is wild. I would not have Matt Dillahunty take any phone calls on my channel ever. I don't care if I have 2 subscribers or 2 billion subscribers. Okay? I just want to be consistent. Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't sign him up. Wouldn't even ask him to do it.
Everybody told me. Everybody's like, don't go on that show. He's going to mute you. He's going to cut you off.
I told you he would.
Cool. Yeah, you were one of the ones. I said, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
I
normal.
want people to see that he did not like.
See, that's why this is a weird flex. The fact that you guys are saying, we all know this. This is not a flex, you guys. Now, here's what would have been a flex. Here's what would have been a flex. Is let's just pretend for a second or two we still had the Tart Collins show, and there's a certain doctor of Assyriology that was present. That guy. Now, if he would have acted like that, it cut you off, hung up on you, did all that shit, now that would have been a flex. Because we all know that would have never happened, because that dude's got the patience of the oceans. But no, Matt will mute anybody. That's not a flex. You're not doing it. What this is you're trying to distract and take away from the fact that y'all doing and saying some dumb shit. So this is not the flex that you think that it is. And meanwhile, just like the last stream, I'm gonna keep throwing these little reminders in there. Neil, understand that you are the pawn right now. And ironically, I am still the king of the pause button. Look at Derek's face right now. He's like, yes, get it, young one. Get it. Do all that dirty work for me. Do all that dirty work for me.
Like my answers, he wanted to keep. He actually, you know what's funny? He acts like the pre-supper people, where you're trying to talk, and they immediately cut you off, and they have to bring the conversation bracket back into their own realm. It's all sophistry bullshit, right?
Now look, AR. Whether he was all over the place or not, anybody that's going to be shocked that they get muted by Matt Dillahunty, if you're actually shocked, you're just ill. You're not informed. There's a reason he has a show called The Hang Up. Like it's going to happen. Like this is not new news. Come on, man. Was that my? All right, we're waiting for YouTube to catch up. Woo! I don't know what our internet's doing right now. Can y'all tell how raged out I am right now? Like far left, just coldish, rage the fuck out, man.
Right.
So
here we go.
I don't know. Let's watch. You want to watch it?
Yeah, I think it's important. I brought some information to help people understand, I think, what you were trying to articulate. But how the hell can you when you're cut off every freaking time? You can't, you know what I mean? So
yeah. And then he called me irrelevant.
Oh, he blocked me, by the way. And
I know.
It's so weird because he wrote me out of the blue. It was right after this video. We should even get into like even my title, bro. I had 4 days no sleep, stress, right?
Yeah.
Pressure. We're gonna get into some of this information, but he writes.
So I want everybody put a pin on that right there. So at 8 minutes, let's say it's 31 seconds. I went 4 days with no sleep, Derek says. Can someone in the chat put a pin on that? Put a pin on that one right there. Because Neil, I'm literally going to force Neil to take whatever shoe he's wearing right now. Right now, I got some J's on my feet. I got J's on my feet. So whatever shoe Neil is wearing right now, I'm literally, YouTube speaking, going to make him take them J's and put him down his throat. You done fucked up, Aaron. So put a little pin on that, put a little ribbon on that. We're gonna come back to that.
It's me. Happy birthday. I really should get the exact thing he writes me, right? And I'm light. I mean, I take every individual.
Oh yeah, you showed me this. You didn't even say anything.
Yeah, I said.
What's crazy about this is someone who pretended to be your friend for. Now I never knew Dillahunty. You knew him. You were supposedly friends with this guy. Did
I
he
did a
even
stream
try to
with him.
talk to you? Did he even try to talk to you about the price thing?
You really should
No.
know. No, he didn't. He wrote
He just
me.
completely screamed at you.
All right, so let's clear that up. So Neil said, so you were friends with him, right? And Neil's daddy slipped it in. Well, I did a stream with him. So they're not friends. They're not friends. So because this is where the victim blaming shit comes in, or sorry, I'm a victim shit comes in. Now everybody's turning their back on me shit comes in, right? No, you did a stream with a person. That doesn't mean we're friends. Do you know how many times I've done streams with people that unless you told me that I did a stream with them and brought it back up, I'd be like, oh fuck, I did do a stream with them. Doesn't mean we're friends. Shit, for fuck's sake, I thought we were friends, but we ain't.
Like metaphorically through messaging,
It's
screamed
so
at you
weird.
and then blocked you before you can even respond.
This is what he said.
What kind of friend does that?
Happy birthday, goodbye. That's what he wrote.
Yeah.
Me. And I was like,
Then blocked.
I said, thank you, comma, Matt, period. And I'm giving you every little jot and tittle here. I appreciate your message. He waits a few minutes. What a shame. Appreciating messages from a hypocrite? Goodbye and good luck, I guess, right? Is from him.
And remember, they love to point out how performative all the atheists are. So I also remind Derek, this is Derek right now. This is just between you and I right now. Just you and I. I did this specifically for you on the first stream. And maybe you missed it because I know you send little homie to do your dirty work. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Derek, happy birthday to you. Hopefully you get it this time.
Man, well, the reason he said hypocrite, I think, is because in the video I was articulating a debate he had a long time ago between a vegan and himself, or vegans and himself, and he was articulating that secular humanist, right? We can justify the reason we eat meat and kill animals, right? He found a way to articulate it to make the audience feel better about Burger King and McDonald's. Whereas I was just pointing out, as a hypocrite myself, that their ethical argument for not slaughtering animals and mass farming is a much more purity ethical standard, and that we are not on that ethical level. Like, these people are really, really taking it to the next level. And technically, I think it's hypocritical because we're going to get into the whole purity cult mentality.
And see, that's where Neil, I don't know, because you, again, being the king of the pause, just looking at their faces, I think Neil's still lost. He doesn't even really know what the fuck Derek's actually even saying. Derek. Yeah, bro, you so lost in the sauce, bro. I said, at this point, it's comical. At this point, it's comical. Like, this has to be a comedy, right? This can't be real life. You're gonna go so far and be so fucking tone deaf that you're gonna say, well, Neil, I've had these conversations about, the cows and the pigs and shit. And because they do that, racism is okay. I mean, because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like, Derek. Well, because you want to be pure over here, wrangle up them cows and them pigs. Hey, just that means we can be racist too, right, Derek? Gather up the pigs and the cows. We can be racist.
That is the thing you didn't get to convey. And then I wrote,
no, and that's what I wanted to. I was trying to get there because he kept going. Well, what's the difference between what's the difference between them and just a regular person? I was trying to get to the point where I was going to say it's over the top, excessive, and then I didn't even get to the point where I wanted to explain how it becomes abusive when they're threatening to email scholars to boycott you.
I didn't even let you talk.
He didn't even let me say that.
I just wrote, I'm not sure what you wanted me to write.
No, but this is the crazy part.
Yeah.
He supposedly wants to know why I think there's a cult. He never even got my answer the entire time. He has no idea. So that's how you know he's not for real.
Well,
he didn't actually want to know.
Cult leaders don't want you to explain to them. I'm just saying, but
I couldn't get 2 sentences out before I got cut off. I never got to explain the major. Well, give me an example. I was trying to say an example. No, I didn't say a person. I said, give me an example. Be more specific. When you said, give me an example, how do I know?
Oh, Derek. Oh, Derek, I feel so bad for you. I do. I feel so bad for you. No, I don't at all. You poor thing. You have become a victim of your own bullshit. Nobody's victimizing you. All we're doing is holding you accountable to your bullshit, Derek. There's no. I can't even take this shit serious at this point. For fuck's sake. Woe is me. Everybody's after me. The woke mob is after me.
He only let you 2 sentences in and cut you off.
And of course, that's why I said that, like, this is the weakest flex that you could try to make. And that's why I said be consistent, because I'm going to be consistent. Matt Dillahunty is the last person to fucking call. He's literally the first one to be like, hang up, done, over with. Like, if you're actually wanting to have a conversation, like, yeah. So
dumbass.
You didn't say anything. Well, I mean, bro. And that's why he wanted to cut you off, So,
no, it's all sophistry. Here, well, let's play it and people will understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
Briefly. So I'll go ahead and start on this.
Can you hear that?
Neil Prontium's calling in from Florida, and Neil basically thinks all of you are miserable and that we're all part of a left-wing woke cult. And so, Neil, what's going on?
Well, I didn't say that everyone watching this is part of the left-wing woke cult.
I'm sorry.
You asked me what I...
Yeah, let me explain that. The left-wing cult thing, I said is 55 to 75, 55 to, or what did I say, 100 people or something? you know, 75 to 100 people. I said he's miserable. Those are two different claims. He decided that those need to be combined.
Sweet. So let's address that, Neil. Let's address that for a second, Neil, because I love that you pointed that out, Neil.
1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3, get fucked up, 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 get fucked up.
So, Neil, hold on. Let me do this. That way, we know. Neil, if there's only 50 to 75 people, everybody take a look around. If there's only 50 to 75 people that are pointing this out, why are you and your pimp daddy creating these 1 and 2 hour long streams about these 50 to 75 people when you have all of these subscribers and you do all these great things on the interwebs? What? That seems weirdo to me. Obsessed much? Obsessed much? Maybe. Maybe it sucks to be held accountable. Maybe. And now here's the thing is y'all done kicked the motherfucking hornet's nest. Y'all literally tried to punt. You tried to punt the hornet's nest. And then you wonder why you're getting stung. Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. I kicked the hornet's nest. Now I'm getting stung. I don't know what I don't know when I'm getting stung. Why am I getting stung? I kicked the hornet's nest. I don't understand why I'm getting stung. Bitch, you kicked the hornet's nest. And Derek, before you try to tell Lil Homie that hornets have the ability to create a cult, don't even try it.
Because he needs to build up like sort of straw man for me so I can't defend myself. You know what I mean? So I had to clarify here. No. I'm not talking about your fans being on a cult. I don't know who your fans are. But if they watch you, they're probably miserable. That's my point. Because how can you honestly watch this guy and be a fan if you're not miserable? It's like people who watch Andrew Tate are probably misogynistic and you know what type of you know what I mean? Because
So Neil, do you mean misogynistic? Kind of like when your pimp daddy, your big homie, said that the only reason Megan received a position was because she had a vagina and dyed hair, and Derek had balls and is a dude. Like, are you? I mean, again, let's be consistent. Are you talking about that shit, or did I miss that? Did I miss that part? Maybe I forgot.
That's how he is. You watch who you are who you are. Watch. Anyways, that was my point.
Oh no, we definitely gonna need a drink break for this one.
1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Get fucked up, 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 get fucked up.
I'm sorry, Neil. What did you just say, Neil?
Clarify here. No. I'm not talking about your fans being on a cult. I don't know who your fans are. But if they watch you, they're probably miserable. That's my point. Because how can you honestly watch this guy and be a fan if you're not miserable? It's like people who watch Andrew Tate are probably misogynistic and
Yeah.
the type of what I mean? Because that's how he is. You watch who you are who you are. Watch. Anyway.
That's what it. Yo, at this point, it's comical. This is not a flex, bro. You are. Oh man, and that's why I said earlier, Neil. I saw you message me on Facebook. If you're just gonna defend this shit, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. If there's a, man, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been Derek's bitch. I'll listen to that. But this shit, nah, man, I'm not. I got time for this shit, bro. I got more important things to do than to entertain this shit. In a one-on-one. If you want to go live, I'll go live and talk about it with you and laugh while we do it. But Jesus fucking Christ, do you hear the words coming out of your mouth?
That was my point, but let's keep going.
Am I part of the left-wing woke cult, according to you?
I don't know, man. I don't think
You're being
performative. Actually, I think
sincere here.
I am, because I don't actually think he is. I think Matt Dillahunty is not performative. I think he's real about who he's legit. I think. I don't think so. No, do I think he's a little more far than I am as far as political goes? Yeah, but I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. I don't care. People have more different beliefs than I do. That doesn't bother me.
It's also true though that you and I both don't have personal experience with him pressuring the community to attack us, which, by the way, we can't speak on behalf of Stephen Woodford or others who've been attacked by him, but he might fit this category. Just saying.
Well, that's why I said I don't really know, man. I mean, you seem like he seems sincere he doesn't seem like it's performative, and I don't think he's culty either. So I just think he's just a far left guy. That's whatever. I don't have a problem with that. My issue with him is not that. Notice how he's trying to make it about himself, but my
God damn it, you guys. You keep naming all these cult leaders. Which one is the leader? There can only be one leader. Who is the leader of the mob? Who is the leader of the mob? Is it Heathen Queen? Is it Matt Dillahunty? I don't. Is it Josh and Megan because they forced you to do shit that you didn't want to do? This is directly to Derek. Yeah, or Chrissy. Did was it Chrissy that made you do it? Chrissy, or Derek? Derek, was it the thugs that showed up and they're all blacked out Suburbans with them bangers with the toots out? Derek, was it the thugs that showed up? The blacked out Suburbans with the bang bangs? Was it them? Like y'all tell us. We want to know. How do we know who the cult leader is? we need to know, because we don't even know. We are the cult, and we don't even know who the cult leader is. Someone let us know who the fucking cult leader is, please. Jesus fucking Christ.
My issue with him is that he's just a miserable asshole. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are two different things that he's trying to combine, as I mentioned before. Matt Dillahunty is just an asshole who's miserable.
And again, the goddamn thumbnail is there. Be consistent. I'm doing this on purpose, for a purpose. With this, and I think this is the fourth time now that I've said this, and I will say it. I have no problem repeating it. I agree. I agree with that part. I think Matt Dillahunty is a miserable asshole, and he just loves to argue with people and talk shit and hang up on him when he doesn't get his way. I agree. That does not mean, therefore, you're still not a bigot. You're still not a racist. Therefore, you're still not doing stupid shit or saying stupid shit. Like, this is not the flex the fuck you think it is.
And then there's also, on a totally different topic, people online who are cultists, cultic. And you know what I mean? Anyways, let's keep going.
Here, to be honest, I didn't say you were performative.
Wait, so cults are performative?
So I was talking about a group of people online who are completely performative, and they do things for points, and they're not really sincere.
How do you know? Are you able to read people's?
Notice this, and I'm noticing even more and watching it back. I could not even finish my sentence. Why are you already asking me, how do I know? Why don't you wait till I'm done and then maybe take some notes or something? How long have you been doing this for? You can't even let someone talk for a minute before cutting. I've already lost my train of thought here. Now we're on a different subject. How do I know? You know what I mean? Now we're talking about something different. This is not how conversations work. Anyways.
This is why people like you rightfully observe that it looks like he's miserable, even if you want to say he's not. Maybe this is how he gets his rocks off, is that he yells at people.
There's 1,600 people watching right now.
Like the video. It'll go viral. Hit the like, Deeps.
Yeah, it's nice. Did you share it, by the way, Derek?
No, I could.
Oh, I was going to say, and that would explain it. But go ahead.
Yeah, Daddy shared it. Daddy shared it for you. Big Pip Daddy shared it for you. Yo, is this not the weirdest fucking flex? Is this not the weirdest fucking flex? God damn, man. We're all so filled with rage. No, we're at least for me, I'm not filled with rage. At this point, I'm literally laughing at you. Not with you, not around you, at you.
You might as well now, actually. Okay, so let me continue.
Mine?
I have receipts that I'm going to show. I have people say one thing in private, one Christian, and then other things public.
Okay, but
look. Notice that reaction right there. He asked, "How do I know?" I said, "I have receipts," and he has to think of, "Oh shit, that was a good fucking answer." Now what do I do? Look, like I got to replay that. Play this back. Listen,
yeah.
Look at his face when I tell him I have receipts, which I do, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
People's minds?
I have receipts that I'm going to show. I have people say one thing in private, one Christian, and then other things publicly.
Look.
Okay, but I asked you specifically when you started parading how leaving the woke left.
Wait, that's it? Now you don't care about how I know anymore? Was that sufficient answer for you?
Is
now
he like wanting
totally
you to
pivoting.
share all those details?
No, because he thought
No, he. Neil. Again, and this is why I'm now completely suspect of yours and Derek's claims of ripping and running the streets and all this shit. Because it's bro, hold on. This is why I'm gonna do this shit. Every time, bruh. If you know, you know. When you come from it, you come from it. When you say, "I got receipts," that guess what happens as soon as you say, "I have receipts." Guess what happens next? If you, Derek, Neil, you know, as soon as you say, "I have fucking receipts," guess what happens immediately? Guess what happens next? You play the fucking receipts. You put the fucking receipts on the table. You call the bullshit out. You put the fucking goddamn receipts on the goddamn table. Guess what you didn't do, Neil? Guess what you did not do, Neil? You didn't give the goddamn fucking receipts.
That I was going to say, I don't.
And guess what? You know, at least where I'm from, I don't know. Y'all said you ripped and run the streets. I don't know. Maybe you were in the streets of fucking West Virginia and shit. I don't fucking know. Where I'm from, if you don't play them fucking receipts and you said you got receipts after that, it's a bad look, homie.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. He thought that I don't actually, I'm just making this up. He thought he had me on that. He didn't think that I was going to say, actually, I'm bringing receipts that are pretty fucking crazy. He didn't expect that. So now he's pivoting. Yeah. Now he's pivoting. Watch this.
Okay.
It gets crazier.
Cult thing gets you more subscribers.
Wrong.
You started posting.
I'm only pausing at this point to just say, what's up, motherfuckers? Everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out. This is a super late night. Well, for me, East Coast, super late night stream. Of course it does. Jesus fucking Christ.
1, 2, it goes 1.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Get fucked up. 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 Get fucked up.
Yep. And absolutely. Well, first of all, shout out to Jay and Maya, and then Captain Dadpool and Heathen Queen, Chrissy, all the ones talking that shit, keeping it a buck, keeping it 100. And I was just fortunate enough to in a DJ session, and when I was done, I always have a TV to my left. It popped up, and I'm like, "The fuck is this? The fuck is this?" And this shit popped up, and I literally laughed for like a half hour, 45 minutes. And I was like, "Yep, we going to get it because this is not the flex they think it is, and we'll point it out, and I will laugh my ass off all at the same time." So hopefully, we can continue to point the shit out and also laugh at it at the same time.
Posting pictures of your subscribers.
I said nothing will happen.
Yes, you
to
did.
you.
Yes, you
No,
did.
let me.
Wait,
I'm going to tell you what I wrote. Why don't we-
Look at him. He's misrepresenting. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what my post is. You want to know why he doesn't know what my post is?
Was he reading Ricky's post, by the way, instead of okay, so that's why he's.
So let's go back to this. Let's go back to Ricky's post.
Okay.
Everybody's
Everybody's following along.
Everybody, just so I can keep everybody on the same.
You want to show the receipts of exactly what was said.
We want to keep the receipts. Now, I wanted to pause here because now I'm gonna let it go for a minute. They want receipts on exactly what was said right now, and they want to hold. And again, be consistent. So I'm gonna be consistent. And if I repeat myself, I don't give a fuck. And if people don't like me because of this shit, I don't give a fuck. I don't like Matt Dillahunty. I think he's a fucking asshole. I would never have him ever answer a phone for me ever, even if it's my grandma calling. But this is not the flex that they think it is. So you want to keep going back and 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 going back, dude. Like that's what Pimp Daddy and his Pimp Daddy and his hoe's gonna do, right? Please tell us how this in any way benefits you and makes you feel better about doing this racist shit, this bigoted shit. And then we say, well, Bob does not speak for us. Bob does not. Let me help you. Let me help you. Derek defended his own wife from beating the shit out of a trans person at a conference. It was like, oh no, if I was there, she would have beat the shit out of her. I was okay with it. My bad. And then what was it? Oh, now I remember. When it came down to talking about a particular professional sports team, they shouldn't have been called this. They should have been called this, which is, and again, I'm not even going to repeat it. Derek Doubles, Dad, that was just a joke, man. I wonder how many people thought that it was funny when Martin Luther King got assassinated. I wonder how many people thought that was funny. I just wonder, Derek, Neil. I just wonder. I know some of those are just random thoughts, but it's like y'all just throw randomness into this conversation. So I wonder, when you're talking about going back and forth, like at what point? At what point is it you're just a bigot? And at least just admit it. Just take ownership. Just take fucking ownership of it. Like, just admit it, that's where you're at. It quit pretending that you're not, especially you, Derek, this new channel you've created with the I'm not a Trumper, but kind of a Trumper, am a Trumper, not Trumper, like, miss us with the bullshit, man. It's again, it's comical. Huh? Just, if you're a racist, just say you're a racist.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
people understand.
And then he even has my post here, so that's actually pretty cool. We can actually go to Facebook, and then I have no problem showing I'm proud of my post. I stand by it. So let's watch this. All right, so here we go. On Facebook, he says, quote, "Look how much more money I'm making. You would make more money too if you became a right-wing influencer like me." Yep, there it is.
So how many straw man or poisoning of the well is that right there? Because
it's just the worst bad faith thing. Ricky Brock, how does he sleep at? By the way, I found out he doesn't sleep at night. His own self. He posted on Facebook. Look at this. Can you still see my Facebook?
Yeah, I see.
He says, I had to push the stream back. Sorry for having to push this back. I hadn't slept in a few days and couldn't stay awake. No shit. That's what happens when you're a piece of shit scumbag.
Okay, so according to Neil, me, your boy, DJ Oz, 99% of the content that I create is, man, I make music. I try to create a space where people can come and hang out and be cool and chill and vibe and do all that shit, right? 99.9% of the goddamn motherfucking time. Bruh, dude, I'm ADHD as fuck. I'm bipolar 1, and I have insomnia. Do you know how many days I go without sleeping? Do you know how many days I go without sleeping sometimes? But that according to this dude that doesn't have a degree in anything, and fucking anything. Let's do it again. He has the science.
Money I'm making. You would make more money too if you became a right-wing influencer like me. Yep, there it is.
So how many straw mans
bad
or
faith?
poisoning of the well is that right there? Because
It's just the worst bad faith thing. Ricky Brock, how does he sleep at? By the way, I found out he doesn't sleep at night. His own self. He posted on Facebook. Look at this. Can you still see my Facebook?
yeah, I see.
He says, I had to push the stream back. Sorry for having to push this back. I hadn't slept in a few days and couldn't stay awake. No shit. That's what happens when you're a piece of shit scumbag. You can't sleep at night because you're thinking about what the fuck did I just do today?
And here's what else is ironic about this. And this is how, oh man, King of the Pause button showed up again.
It goes 1, 2, 3, get fucked up, 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 get fucked up.
Derek, Neil's pimp daddy. What did Derek tell us? That he went 3 or 4 days without sleeping. Derek, your daddy, said he went 3 or 4 days without sleeping. So that must mean that he's what let's recalibrate that. That means he's what?
Friend's life. My friend for the past 5 years. I just totally stabbed them in the back. If I did that, I'd feel like shit. Remember, back in my old days, I had to push the stream back. Sorry for having to push this back. I hadn't slept in a few days and couldn't stay awake. No shit. That's what happens when you're a piece of shit scumbag. You can't.
Oh, let me go full. Derek, you are a piece of shit scumbag. According to your bitch, to your little homie, whatever you call him. Derek, you are a piece of shit scumbag. You did not sleep for 3 or 4 days. Man, accountability sucks, right? Accountability fucking sucks. Especially when you're trying to cover up bigotry and racist ass fucking bullshit, right?
Can't sleep at night because you're thinking about what the fuck did I just do today? I just tried to fucking ruin one of my friend's life. My friend for the past 5 years.
Oh, and look at Derek. Look at Derek's face right now. Look at Derek's face right now. He's like, fuck. He just said that shit, and that he said that, and he didn't even know that was about me. God damn it.
I just totally stabbed them in the back. If I did that, I'd feel like shit. Remember, back in my old days, when I used to like do a lot of shady shit to get in the next one, I felt bad. I didn't like that. I used to lay up at night thinking about what I did. I couldn't sleep. And look at Ricky just admitting it. He doesn't even realize what a scumbag, dude. So let's go back. Now look at.
Yeah, that means your boy's a scumbag. Notice Derek stays silent on this shit. Derek stays silent. And that's why I said at this point it's fucking comedy to me. It's comedy to me. Neil, you don't even fucking see and get it. Like, Derek has made you his little bitch, and you don't even fucking realize it.
Now notice. Okay, here's the bad faith. Here's the bad faith straw man of what I said. Here's what I actually said. Ready for this? All right, everyone, I'm going to read it so if you can't see it. Why am I showing my YouTube analytics on here? Because I'm tired of people from the online atheist community coming to me privately to offer their support behind the scene and tell me that they are sick of certain performative morons who hijack their movement into a far, far left extreme call. I'm not talking about just regular people on the left, obviously. Just want to make a side note. It says, but these people are scared. These people are scared to speak out publicly because they think they'll be condemned as racist transphobes. But this is nonsense. If everyone was forced to take a public lie detector test about what they thought about these abusive people, this cancer would be gone. Come on, stop texting me. There's like 50 to 75. All right, I can't show this because these people are going to keep talking.
Yo, I can't show it. Screenshot it. Close it down.
Anyway,
Close it down. We got.
What is that your side bitch? Is that your side bitch?
Secret society shit going on.
Long story short, I said there's 50 to 75 people on here. I spoke out against these people. Nothing has happened to me. My channel has gained 21%. Now, the key word here is I said, nothing has happened to me. Nothing has happened to me. I'm telling you, if you speak out against these people, nothing will happen to you. You won't lose subscribers.
No, absolutely not. And see, oh man. I made this point the other night. I made this point the other goddamn night. Of course not. Do you know? Do you?
1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3. Get fucked up. 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 Get fucked up.
Of course not, dumbasses. Atheism and skepticism and all that shit doesn't pop off on YouTube. I did that shit for years on this channel before I was like, we just gonna atheist our way, and I started DJing. I could tell you what sells. The shit y'all doing and talking about now. I also compared this. Hold on, fuck it. I'm hold on. I'm gonna do a little Google search and just pull it up. I'll stop that one for a minute just to bring this up right here. There was once an atheist on the YouTubes. There was once an atheist on the YouTubes, the empathetic atheist, and he had this moment of revelation where like, no, this atheist community, it's dangerous. It's so fucking dangerous. And what does that say right there? Mugshot. Let's see if it goes in. Oh wow. I'm not trying to. I don't want to go through that because I'm not going to accuse either of them of the same offenses that he got accused of. But it's weird because all of a sudden when you walk away, you start pointing all the fingers where it's like, well, no, they're the crazy ones, and they're doing all this, and they're saying all this, and all we're doing is holding you accountable. Why are you so afraid of being held accountable? That's weird to me. It's the same thing I said to Justin before he got hemmed up. It is now doing like a 16. He's doing 16 blickums in a prison. And before I even knew that, asking him, like, what the fuck is going on? And as soon as that shit popped off, it was, nah, bro, I can't rock with you. I can't fuck with you. None of that. And again, I'm not saying that Neil and or his pimp daddy are doing that shit. What I will say, let me pull this back up. What I will say it's it's dangerously close in the regard that it is, well, fuck all of them, it's me and you. And when I say me and you, Derek and Neil, because that's what happened to Justin. He had one Muslim that told him, was like, no matter what, it's me and you. And guess what happened? As soon as all this shit popped off, Pimp Daddy left. There was no more Pimp Daddy. It was just him. He was like, God damn it. I thought Islam was going to get me out of this shit. That's what they told me. Islam was going to get me out of this shit. And now he's doing 16 years in pen. And I feel like Derek's doing the same shit, psychologically speaking, not legally, but psychologically speaking. He's doing the same shit to Neil, where it's like, yeah, go ahead and be the tip of the spear, bro. Go ahead and take all this shit on for me. I'll allow you to do all the dirty work, and I'll show up when you want to do these side streams.
You'll be fine. Things will be normal.
You weren't talking about income. You were talking about your subscribers.
Yeah, and I said, if anything, the creators who are scared to speak out should look in the mirror and ask how much is paid off to pretend about to this crowd.
Right.
Now I show my analytics because this is normal analytics for me. This isn't a gain. It does say 21% more than normal, but that 21% goes up and down.
Yeah.
Next week it might say 21% less than normal. This is normal, but nothing's changed. That was my point. Now Ricky strawmanned me and made it seem like I was I'm bragging about grifting about being right wing. Complete bullshit.
Well, not only that, it sounded like you made this all about income, even though having subscribers and doing this full time does pay the bills. But like, you're trying to make the point, like, your constituency isn't going to just disappear. There are more people out there that are going to fill the pocket and realize, like, they're not going to destroy you.
But most importantly, it's that people can see right through performative morons. Yeah. So it's not about if you're right wing, you're going to get a lot of money. If you're left wing, you can make more money. It's not about that.
Right.
It's about if you're true to yourself, and people can pick up on this stuff. That's probably why Dillahunty does kind of well. He's not. You can tell Dillahunty really means what he says.
He's not being fake about his.
Someone like Ricky Brock, you can see right through the man. I'm sorry. I've been noticing this for years now.
Oh man, it's funny you said that because I said that about you. Isn't it ironic?
It's so fucking fake, dude. My white privilege.
No, that is so ironic to me because it like I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I'm like, what is it? What is it? And I said on the other stream I did about this, like, what is it? And then when you popped off acting like you're a a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and just throwing out these like this person is psychotic and this person is a sociopath and this person is this. No, I'm with you, bro.
Privilege, you know what I mean? That type of
Yeah.
shit. Anyways,
and again, here's the other thing. Here's one thing I share with the two motherfuckers you see on screen right now. None of us have a degree in shit. None of us have a degree in shit. But they would love for you to believe that they have a degree in some shit. Just listen to them. They'll tell you. Hey, none of us got a degree in shit.
and you can just tell. You can just tell when someone's not being.
Oh, Neil, yeah. Hey, real knows real, bro. I'm smelling bullshit.
Real. Anyways, let's go back to the clip. I just wanted to make sure people understand what that are on the same page. And like that's I didn't say anything about getting more money. I said you'll be fine. Nothing's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
All right. This is what he says. Let me back this up a couple steps. He totally tries to straw man me here.
Started parading how leaving the woke left cult thing gets you more subscribers, and you started posting pictures of your subscribers.
I said nothing will happen.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, let me.
Wait,
I'm going to tell you what I wrote.
Do you think interrupting me on my show is going to work?
You misrepresented me.
Literally, I have the screenshots right here. You posted.
So he thinks Ricky's retelling of my post is correct. He's just going off of what he heard, not even realizing he's wrong. Isn't this hilarious?
So let me ask. So our audience is on the same page. He thinks that this means if you speak out against these people, you're just going to grow. That you were arguing, you're just going to grow way more subscribers by doing that.
Right.
Is that what he's saying?
He thinks that's what I said.
Okay.
And in reality, what I said was, if you speak out against these people, nothing bad will happen to you. Your channel will be fine.
Right.
There's a big difference between those two. You
Yes,
understand that?
I
right?
do.
But everything you just said is accurate, because here's how we have a good idea how this shit works. It is you go over here, I'm doing all this shit, atheist, blah, blah, blah. Then you call shit up. And again, Justin did the same shit, only his shit was to the Muslim side. Bruh, the amount of subscribers and channel members that he got when he converted to a form of theism, right? Did that. Now for you guys, I know you're not coming out and saying like we're theists, we're Christians, whatever, but now you're going on the flip flop side of it, and you're like, no, we're cool with being bigots, we're cool with the right wing, we're cool with Trump, we're cool with Bob and all this. Yet, oh man, there's so many more people that are going to be accepting of that. Abso-fucking-lutely. So if you're going to play dumb to that, again, I laugh at you. I laugh at you thinking that those of us that have a logical brain and get it, that we don't laugh at you in thinking that you fooled us. You ain't fooling nobody. you ain't fooling nobody. Y'all knew what you was doing from the beginning. And that's why I said it on the first stream. Derek ain't ever been part of the team. And Neil, you are monkey see, monkey do.
do. That's why I wanted to articulate that for the audience to understand.
Huge difference.
You're going to be fine. You're
Huge
not going to ruin. Now, unless you're trying to stay within that, the people who hold this kind of mentality that want to keep you pure in their particular ideological views in order for you to be a part of it. Yeah, you're shooting yourself in the foot, but that's never been you or I. We've been so much more flexible about talking to all sorts of people. By the way, far leftist. We are all for like
I don't
everyone.
care how far left you are. I care about if you're sincere, if you're consistent in your worldview. That's all I care about.
And neither of you are. And neither of you are. I love this point when I heard it. Yes, please be consistent. Because both of you were like, nah, we can't have Bob on. Bob's a bigot. Bob's a racist. Bob's a all those things that he actually is. Until all of a sudden you thought it was cool to platform again. Like some dumbasses. And then you didn't expect. You didn't expect a backlash? There was a comedian. There was a comedian that said something like this. Are you stupid or something? Yeah, what's up, Kip? What's up, Maya? Everybody that's still hanging out. Thank you. I'm gonna go a little bit further because at one point, at one point, Derek and Neil. I'm gonna call him I'm gonna start calling him Jake and Fake. Jake and Fake. That's gonna be my nickname. I love giving out nicknames. Jake and Fake. Jake and Fake are gonna start calling out people in the side chat, and that's I'm here. I'm here for that shit at this point because, like I said, like this shit is just turning into comedy for me at this point.
I don't. It's just not about you're so far to the left that I have to hate you now. No, this is about people who are sincere. And there's a point in this video where Matt actually does say, "I think there's nothing wrong with scolding people who are not up to standards." And I start laughing. You'll see it's coming up. Anyways,
okay.
You posted, and I said, let's see. Let me. There's two different comments in the post. So you were posting that one thing that you're going to get is more subscribers, and I asked you if you wanted to compare it.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Read it.
Let's see.
Read it. That's what I'm saying. Read it. I thought you had the post right in front of you. I thought it was right in front of you.
It's on two different posts, so I don't have that one. So go ahead and say what you're going to say.
He doesn't even have it.
Yeah, pause.
Did you notice how he said it? Look, I gotta go back. Notice how he says, "I have the post right in front of me."
Yeah, at this point, I'm just to Neil. I'm Neil. Again, I said this like shit an hour ago, bro. If you and Derek actually ripped and ran the streets like I did, here's one thing I know, homeboy. You don't say I have receipts and not slap them goddamn receipts on the goddamn motherfucking table. I'm still waiting on them goddamn receipts. So at this point, I'm pulling your hoe card. I'm pulling your hoe card. You a hoe. Like either play the receipts, show the receipts, or shut the fuck up.
Ready for this?
Yep.
Cult thing gets you more subscribers, when you started posting pictures of
No,
your
no.
subscribers.
I said
Yeah,
nothing will happen.
yes, you
to
did.
you. Not-
Yes, you
No,
did.
let me
Wait,
I'm going to tell you what I wrote.
do you think do you think interrupting me on my show is going to work?
You misrepresented me.
Literally, I have the screenshots right here.
I literally have the screenshots right here. You just lied, dude. You just lied. How do you just watch? He gets
the only
caught.
thing I can think of is he's reading Ricky's.
He's reading Ricky's
interpretation.
post.
Right.
That's
right,
it.
right. Okay.
You can't even see the screenshot.
You posted, and I said, let's see. Let me. There's
say?
two different comments in the post.
I'm trying to get
So
him to read it.
you were posting that one thing that you're going to get is more subscribers, and I asked you if you wanted to
No, I didn't
compare
say
it.
that. Nope.
I'm sorry.
Said that.
This is golden, dude.
Read it.
Let's see.
Neil, the only reason that you would think this is golden is because you think this is a sidestep and a distraction from all the other shit. That's the only way you think this is golden, bro.
Hold on a second. I'll be right.
It's on two different posts, so I don't have that one. So go ahead and say what you're going to say.
You want me to tell you what I wrote? I said nothing will happen to you if you speak out against people who are performative assholes. I said 50 to 75 people online who are toxic. I said if you speak out against them, nothing will happen to you. Your channel will be fine. My channel is not getting more subscribers. It's doing the same as always.
I'm sorry.
Did you see him look at the screen and he paused and couldn't think of what to say? Hold on.
Now,
you got to see that. You got to watch that back.
I see it. I see it.
He's
By the way,
he just realized that he misrepresented me. And you could hear me in the background going, "Are you going to apologize for misrepresenting me?" He never does. He never does. Actually, he technically goes, hold on, my dog keeps biting this. Stop it. Get over here. Come here. Stop doing that. What are you doing? Why would you do that? Okay. Okay. Notice how he says, listen to this.
Nothing will happen to you if you speak out against people who are performative assholes. I said 50 to 75 people online who are toxic. I said if you speak out against them, nothing will happen to you. Your channel will be fine. My channel is not getting more subscribers. It's doing the same as always.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say I'll make more money. I didn't say I was going to make more money. I didn't say anything like that.
Look at him.
I'm sorry. You posted a screenshot of your subscribers.
Yeah.
Saying, if anything, the creators who are scared to speak out should take a look in the mirror and ask how much is it paid off to pretend to bow to this crowd.
Notice the difference there. I'm talking about myself. Nothing will happen to you. And then I switch it up and go, if anything, you guys who are pandering should take a look in the mirror and see how much is paying off for you to do. What is the difference? Or what is he seeing that I'm not? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I know.
Where is the actual, like he's total. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's keep going.
Just so you know, you have
don't know who.
And Kip, that's what, man, I started this stream off and I said, when I started this stream, I was like, at this point, it's comical to me. Kip said, it's astonishing to me that all of this unrepentant, racist, transphobic bigot who continue to avoid any sort of accountability at all. What are these goofs even talking about? Bob is laughing at all of us, and I'm at this point, I'm laughing with Bob. Because and I said it earlier. God damn it. Neil doesn't even understand that he is Derek's bitch. Derek has him out here doing the dirty work, doing the call-in shows, messaging people, emailing people, DMing people. Derek ain't doing that shit. He ain't doing none of that shit. And Bob's out here. Bob's out here like this. Like, gotcha. Gotcha. I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
You have a mod revolt right now. You need to remove wrenches.
What do you
Like,
mean
for
mod
real.
revolt?
Like a bunch of people who are like definitely not fans of you
Titan
or me.
Uranus.
Titan and
Uranus.
Pragmatic
I
are
that,
saying,
I forgot about that guy. He's weird.
and Pragmatic.
He's just taking wreaking havoc on my channel because all right, good for you, buddy.
Here we go.
Good job. I'm gonna contact YouTube about you now and tell them that you just went on my channel and decided to just start dropping people for no reason because you're mad at me. And I gotta. So hold on a second. I'll get him.
And while you do that, both Pragmatic Crystal and Titan Uranus or whatever, I think it's
No. First of all, let's give props and flowers where props and flowers are due. God damn it. Shout out to Pragmatic Crystal. God damn it. Fuck you. Keep Crystal's name out your mouth, bitch. Keep Crystal's name out your mouth, bitch. But if you're, and I already know there are reasons Titan don't fuck with our channel no more. And guess what? Anytime I go to another stream and Titan's there, we're still cool. We're still cool. It's not this rage cult that you guys try to pretend that it is. Where like we can still coexist. We have reasons we don't fuck around on the same streams anymore. It's all good in the hood. But I'll tell you, if you're gonna say it proper. Tighten your anus. Tighten your anus. If you're gonna say it, keep it proper. Say it proper. But don't fuck with my girl Crystal. I'll fuck you up.
important to point out, you have much less rules about allowing people to come and comment and whatnot in your chats than I do. So, I mean, you're pretty free. You let people, I mean, YouTube, if anything, has to take down comments automatically. It does its own thing. You usually don't do any of that yourself. But when you have people who clearly would want to sabotage you, again, probably fulfilling exactly your point to Matt here in the call-in show, like, you're going to need to remove the wrench, because if not,
this is what they do. This is this is so good that they did this. They come on here angry because they're one of those guys. They're one of these people. They don't want to actually engage. They want to destroy. Oh, what power do I have? Oh, he gave me a wrench 3 years ago. He gave me a wrench 3 years ago. I'm going to go and I'm going to start destroying people. I'm going to start removing them from the comments. So now I got to go in my YouTube and go remove people who are blocked. Yeah, it's very simple. I think it's just the two. I think it's just those two. What do you guys think?
You would just need to go check. I really don't know.
Again, I told y'all that it's become comedy to me. These two, man, it's like go gadget arm. How far fuck can we reach to try to justify our bullshit? Look, don't listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Don't worry. Don't worry about the fact that we're just supporting racism and bigotry and all that shit. Just worry about pragmatic crystal and tighten your anus. That's way more important. Why? Because those two and those two alone are responsible for destroying our channels. Okay, buddy.
All right, I'm gonna play this for a
Yeah.
couple minutes. I'll be right back, and then
I don't know. I don't know who's pretending to bow or not. But when you started in on this and you were throwing up your subscriber numbers and all that, I asked you a question, and you said that the people who were watching and subscribing to my thing were miserable.
Well, I think you're a little bit miserable. I do. You come off that way.
I don't care what you think about me. You talked about my audience
All right,
and said
so
they're
let's go.
miserable.
Sure.
So
Are you gonna
what
apologize for
exactly?
misrepresenting
What
me real
exactly? What?
And again, for the record, and I think this is like the 5th or 6th time that I've said this on this stream tonight. Again, the thumbnail says be consistent. And I am a willing party in being consistent. The one and only thing that I agree with Neil and or his pimp daddy Derek about on this stream is I do agree that I think Matt Dillahunty is a miserable asshole. He does not know how to talk to people. He's a dick. He's a fucking dick. That does not mean at all that you are still not guilty of being bigots or racist or saying or doing fucked up shit. This is not the flex or the pivot or the juke that you think it is. Whether Matt Dillahunty is a fucking asshole or not does not minimize the bullshit that you're on. Let's be consistent.
What exactly am I wrong about? Did Bob Price say racist things?
No, you're right about that. He did say racist things.
Yes, Bob Price said racist things, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Did Derek put up a video talking about how he was leaving the atheist left-wing woke mob cult?
That's what Derek did. Am I Derek?
I'm not. Didn't I
You literally
just say?
just said
Did
that's
Derek
what I
do this?
did.
Are you able to understand
Yeah.
fucking English?
You
I didn't say did you do it. I
that's
said
what
did Derek do
did.
it.
yeah, okay.
I said did Derek do it?
Derek.
What?
Got rid of the mods, so we're good.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
got to make sure. I just gotta make the sure that the people who are blocked come. I'm gonna do that next. I'll be right. Just wait. If you got blocked, don't worry. I'll get you back in there. Just chill.
Yeah.
Okay. So notice how listen to what he says here. Ready?
Why don't? So I said did Derek do that? And then you said you're not Derek. I didn't ask you that.
Rewind it again. No.
I said
This
yes,
is an
Derek did
important
that.
point.
Before I said I'm not
Cool.
Derek.
That's not actually what you said, but we could rewind and leave it alone.
Rewind
Here's the
Find the
thing.
tape there.
He's so sure of himself when he's wrong. He's so sure. This is the funniest Dunning-Kruger shit ever. He's so sure that he heard me correctly. I knew what I said. Now watch this. Let's go back and hear what I actually said.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious because guess what? We know. I won't even say that. Neil, I know. I know what I've heard you and Derek say. And as much as I think Matt can be and is more often than not an asshole, I will take an that was going to sound really weird, but I'll say it anyway. I will take an asshole all day over two like brain clouded, delirious, don't even realize how bigoted you are assholes like you two all day, every day. I'll go have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with Matt Dillahunty before I sign up for doing that shit with you two.
Said, ready? Let's listen to what I actually said.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Did Derek put up a video talking about how he was leaving the atheist left-wing woke mob cult?
That's what Derek did. Am I Derek?
I'm not. Didn't I just?
That's what Derek did.
Yeah, you literally told him Derek
No,
did that.
That's what Derek did.
That's what Derek did, Neil says, but also Neil only does, not only, no, I won't say that. Neil does what Derek does. Neil, it's he gets his marching orders from Derek. That's why Neil is doing all the dirty work for Derek. That's why Derek's not on the fucking calls. Derek's not in these DMs that are being screenshotted and all that shit. And I said at the top, Neil, if you, bro, if you actually ripped and ran the streets like you said you did, you would understand right now, like 100, bro. You are Derek's bitch right now. He's got you doing the dirty work. He's big homie, you're little homie.
Right. And then I asked, "Am I Derek?" Because it's a relevant question. Why is if Derek? Well, I'm not talking for Derek right now. You're asking me questions. You asked me to come on. So I don't care what Derek said. No, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I did say yes. I didn't say the word yes. I did say that's what Derek did. That is that is a confirmation. That is saying yes.
Right.
In another way.
Now let it roll.
Say
that. Holy Speckle. Oh dear, is there drama in the atheist land? Nope. Because as far as they're concerned, we're not atheists. We're just a cult. We're just a cult. It has nothing to do with atheism. Well, if you're intelligent anyway, you know that atheism only answers one question. And I think Neil and Derek are obviously at this point not keeping up.
Exactly. Roll it back through and let him say what he said.
Talking about how he was leaving the atheist left-wing woke mob cult.
That's what Derek did. Am I Derek?
I'm not.
That's what.
Didn't I just say? Did Derek do this? Are you able to understand fucking English? I didn't say did you do it. I said did Derek did it. I said did Derek do it? What?
Oh, here we go.
Why don't? So I said did Derek do that? And then you said you're not Derek. I didn't ask you that.
You did say that I did that.
I said yes, Derek did that before I said I'm
cool.
not Derek.
That's not actually what you said, but we can rewind and leave it alone.
Look,
here's the thing.
On the tape, I said yes, Derek said that.
Yeah.
He just got proven wrong right there.
You said both. This is the funny thing. You said that's what Derek did, but I'm not Derek, or I'm not Derek. Literally. So he latched on the second part and then forgot what you actually said in the first part. But anyway, we're
all right. So I'm gonna leave it right there because Derek just said everything that I was saying. He was like, "Well, no, he said he said everything that you want to say to him was going to say that he was going to say." Um, Neil, if you don't get it, bro, if you don't get it, because I already know you watched my last stream, so I already know you're going to watch this one. At the end of this one, if you don't get it, bro, that you are literally Derek doesn't give a fuck about you, bro. You're his little bitch, and he's got you out here doing the dirty work. He's got doing all the like quote unquote PR shit, right? You're doing the call-in shows. You're doing the DMs. If you don't hear what the fuck he's telling you right now, without saying it directly to you, I highly question that you ever actually ripped and ran the way you say you ripped and ran, because I can smell that shit from a goddamn mile away. Yeah, exactly, Kip. Imagine being this excited but a meaninglessly slip up on math part. Why? Because they need something to wiggle and hide behind. And oh, look. Listen, Linda. Listen to the woke mob. Oh, this shit's funny to me, man. And I said at the top, at this point, this shit's become comical. It's like, what the fuck are they actually talking about? The fuck? Well, no, it actually is relevant, because this is where I've said the thumbnail says be consistent, and I've said it now. I think this is 7 times. I think Matt Dillahunty is a fucking asshole. I think he's a fucking dick. And more times than not, as soon as he finds himself in between a stone and a hard spot, he does. He's like, hang the fucking phone up, dude. Do all that shit. So I have zero issues calling it out, calling a spade a spade. It is what it is. Where did I go? Oh, there it is. So no, and Shane and I have had conversations both publicly on screen on the YouTubes and behind the scenes. Neither of us have any issues talking our shit. He hung up on somebody? No way. No way. All right. So before I wrap this up, I'll let this play for a minute, and I will be I'll be right back.
We're getting pedantic on that one. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish you got the opportunity to actually explain to him, some of the difficulties and struggles of why I even did the video in the first place. Because if there wasn't pressure, If there wasn't this problem, there would have never been a video to begin with.
Yeah.
You know? And by the way, in my video, my goal was not to defend the rhetoric that was done there by Bob. It wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
So, but that
By
goes.
the way, I have a cold right now. If anyone can tell, I have a cold. So I've been it's all right though. And that's why in this phone call, you can hear my voice is like really bad in this phone call. But whatever. Anyways, let's keep going.
Got it.
No, you said you weren't Derek, which had nothing to do with the fucking question.
said,
Try
yes,
to pay
Derek
attention.
said
Try
that,
to pay.
I'm not Derek.
Shut your fucking pie hole and try to pay attention.
You're not miserable, huh? You're not miserable.
I'm not miserable. You're an annoying
Oh,
prick.
wow.
Okay, this is going to be a theme in this whole video. He keeps every time I point to him as being miserable, he keeps going, "I'm not miserable. I'm not miserable." He gets so mad when you tell him he's miserable. Watch.
Attacking someone, and then when I jumped in to say, "Oh, attack me," am I part of the left? Explain to us what the woke left cult is within the atheist community.
I'd like to do that. Can I do that right now?
This okay, yeah. I'm gonna say right now, I was very disappointed on what I said here because I couldn't get 2 sentences in.
Right.
I wish I had time to explain myself better here. I never did. It never actually happened. Till the time from here, till the time the phone call ends, I never actually got to explain this because he would not let me talk. Why? Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, I'd like to, man, it's so funny because there are actual people. I don't want to share the screen and give away some of the people who are in the community, actively accepted or good, who've actually wrote me personally. They wrote on another post of someone in the community the other day, and they literally were asking, what are some of the problems with both Christian and atheist communities that we struggle with online? And ultimately, it was stuff that literally matches the bite model. And so you have behavior, information, thought control, emotional control. Dude, they talk about science. They talk about being factual. They want to get into the actual empirical data. The bite model by Steve Hassan. Let me give you a few examples. Stephen Hassan, cult expert and author, right? He's a renowned expert on cult dynamics and the author of The Cult of Trump 2019, has openly discussed how some movements on the far left can exhibit cult-like behaviors, thought control and shunning. Hassan notes that extreme social justice groups sometimes enforce rigid ideological conformity. Members who dissent.
Pause, though. Read that first sentence again before you said Hassan.
Thought control, or are you talking about?
Yes.
Are you talking about thought control shunning, or
read
the
that
one
first
about
sentence? The first sentence.
Stephen Hassan, a renowned expert?
No, before that. Before that.
That's what I think that was. That's
You
what
said
I'm reading.
Controlling. What'd you say? Just read it again.
Okay.
Part.
Oh, you mean the bite model?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
The example of a cult.
Yeah. Behavior control. So the BITE. BITE.
There you go.
Behavior control.
Number one, behavior control.
Right.
Now, he kept going. He kept saying.
Does anybody else feel like this is the first time they ever heard about the bite model? I feel like this is the first time they ever learned about the bite model. And then not having a full understanding of the bite model, now that they're going to be like, well, no, you know, because, you know, they're telling us not to be racist and bigots, so they're that. They're that. Yes, yes, absolutely. Seven, what's up? Thanks for hanging up. Owen on Telltale. Hey, Owen's my that's my homie. I fucking love Owen. Go check him out. He talks about the bite model all the time. Shout out to Owen. 100. But yeah, I feel like these motherfuckers just learned about it. And Kip said he had neither. So welcome to the world of getting bitten. No, I'm kidding. Well, and Kip, that's a good thing. That means you've not been part of a cult. kind of, not really. That doesn't mean that at all, because there's a lot of people in the cult that have never heard of it. But now the bite model is yeah. Go to Owen. Go to Telltale. Owen covers it all the time. That's his bag. That's his bag, not mine. But God damn it, these two, you can tell that they're just like, bite. I feel like I've been bitten by a bug, and now I need to talk about it. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. And now we wait for YouTube. YouTube's gonna be huge.
To me, you don't even know what a cult is. The number one thing for cult are behavior control.
And this
if
thing
you
is
think that these people are not engaging in behavior control, you are
part of the cult.
Yes,
you don't see it.
And if Derek, you're not the leader of your own cult, whatever it is that you're starting, if you don't see it, that's crazy talk as well. And Neil, still, if you don't understand that you're his little bitch at this point, that's even more crazy talk. Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah, literally.
And that's continue. Go ahead. I just want to make sure that part got drilled in people's head.
Dude, cut me off anytime. You know I love you.
No, you're good.
Information control. So you're not allowed to actually criticize or even be, in an honest, sincere sense, have your doubts about certain ideologies that are within the group. Okay, without being identified, labeled, and dehumanized amongst the members, or seen as someone who potentially is a villain, in a wolf in sheep's clothing among the community. So you can easily get yourself excommunicated from the.
Am I wrong right now? Am I wrong? Or I feel like Derek and Neil are right now trying to navigate, manipulate, and control the message. Am I incorrect?
This group, or be considered contagious and dangerous to the rest in the group, or as a hateful individual. So all they got to do is slap labels on you. Like, women have had this done for millennia. If you want to really destroy someone's reputation and they're female, identify them as a whore, identify them as a slut, or they are sexually immoral, and it's worked. It has destroyed so many reputations throughout history, even if they're false. So some even say that Mary Magdalene, for example, did not have 7 demons, but that the Gospel of Mary was earlier than the Gospel of Luke. She talked about 7 powers, but then Luke comes on and said, from her 7 demons came forward. Well, that's a good way to shit on the reputation of Mary in the early movement of Christ, right? The different cult groups. So, okay, information control, thought control. You have this us versus them, and there's so much, like, I mean, there's a whole bunch of points.
And there's a part coming up where he goes, "Do you not know what a cult is?" And I go, "Do you want to know why I call them a cult?" And then when I tried to explain that, he cuts me off again. You'll see.
Right. And then last of all, emotional control. And I've got, I'm not going to read all this.
That's even worse.
Stephen Hassan, who's a cult expert and author, he literally writes about this problem of both the far right and the far left. Dr. Janja Lalich, a sociologist and cult researcher, he talks about the ideological purity test, extreme in-group, out-group dynamics, demonization of dissent, public confession rituals like calling out or struggle sessions, which is exactly what that 4-hour live stream was the other night. James Lindsay.
This is literally why I said I can't take this shit serious. These dudes are so gassed. Oh, I need a lot of goddamn cigarette just to enjoy this. To take what Neil said earlier. Obviously, I think we've all said this at one point or another. But right now, this is gold. This is gold. And well, hold on. Before let me do a proper. One of the most amazing mods that anyone could have on our channel, and we around here we're pretty cool. We have her as a mod, and these motherfuckers want to talk shit. Whatever. But one of the most amazing mods on the YouTubes. Pragmatic Crystal brought it up first. What exactly is a struggle session? There you have it. So I'm going to hit the play button before I start calling names because I'm about at that point to start name calling, and I don't want to do that.
Author and commentator who discusses purity policing, language policing, and cancel culture. Jonathan Haidt, social psychologist. Mark Leela, political scientist. John
right here.
Yep, John McWhorter, linguist and
yeah, and you can tell. Oh, Derek, you're so cute. Derek, Derek, you are so cute. I know if I can see it, y'all can see it. Derek is so cute. He literally Googled something, and now he's just reading off the Googles. And he's like, well, I've had all these scholars on my channel, so they'll believe it because I've had all these scholars on my channel. Because I've had scholars. Well, maybe not Google, but man, he had that shit. It was in the holster. Let's say that it was in the holster. He was ready to go. Yeah. Oh man, don't get me. Man, I forgot to talk about this earlier. God damn it, Kip. You're bringing the doctorate out of me. God damn it, Kip. God damn it, Dr. Kill.
1, 2, it goes 1, 2, 3, get fucked up, 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 get fucked up.
because Neil tried to say that earlier. He's making it's all sophistry. All sophistry. That's all it is. God damn it. So, simple definition: the use of fallacious. What did we say? Fallacious arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. Now that's what they tried to say earlier, but yeah, no, Kips. Sniper activated. Yeah, this is where we're at now with Derek and Neil. This is where we're at. Like this is it. Like I said earlier, it's sad, but I can't. The satirical comedic part of me can't help from laughing, so I apologize if you take my laughing any certain way. Just know that that's how I cope. This is how I cope with
cultural critic, and there's so many traits, bro, that match that. There's no door that you walk through and go, oh, we're in the cult now.
By the way, when I read this book when I probably I want to say a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago, maybe even longer, and immediately I became. Before I read this book, I was kind of a politically kind of an asshole. Like I was kind of like them. Like remember when the whole Bob thing went down? I was kind of like doing that shit.
Right.
And I read this book and it kind of
pull it up again one more time.
Jonathan Haidt, the
Why
righteous
good people are divided by politics and religion.
And this book did a good job of making me see how silly the whole like my side is right and I need to convince everybody that I'm right. I stopped becoming I became like politically homeless after I read this book. I stopped caring about like this was a good book, dude. I really
and you motherfuckers still don't get it. This is not about your fucking goddamn politics. It's not about your academia, even though neither of you hold a degree, nor do I. It's not about that. It's not about that. And you two still don't fucking get it. You still don't fucking get it.
I recommend it.
Well, I need to read it, bro. I got a lot of learning to do.
You can borrow it. You can have it.
Yeah,
I already read it.
Okay.
But you mentioned his name, and I was like, holy shit. I read that book.
He's important. Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
So there's a group of people, mostly online, who performatively act very over the top about social justice issues, and they're full of shit.
Yeah, that part, Derek, so uninformed that you need to have two political channels that you're talking about the things you're not educated or informed on at all. But you know, keep doing those things, bro. Keep doing those things.
And they go over the top.
How do you know they're performative?
Because
and what are you talking about? So Neil,
notice how that didn't even get to finish. I didn't even get to get into how they're abusing, how they're controlling, how they're threatening. I didn't even get to that. I didn't even get deep enough. He's he's already going, how do you know this? How he's already cutting me off. And it's my show. I'll do what I want. But it just makes you look bad. At the end of the day, you cannot have a conversation. You're incapable of having a conversation with somebody. That's what you look like at the end of the day. That's why your views are well. Actually, he had 1,000 live viewers, but I noticed he's not pulling the numbers he used to do.
Yeah,
like back in the day, Dillahunty's videos were banging, and now he's getting a few thousand views.
I mean, there are some good videos that he does. Let's not shit.
Yeah, no, I remember he just.
It's see that this is. Hey, that shit is so fucking funny to me, man. Man. Matt, Dillahunty videos don't hit the same way they hit. So what? So fucking what? What does that have to do with the fact that y'all are cool with endorsing, chilling with, vibing with, and being broskies with a fucking racist? Let's keep it a buck right now. Let's keep it a buck right now. What the fuck does his viewership or lack thereof have to do with the fact that you're cool with chumming it up and be like, hey, man, oh, you're a racist? Okay. Can you help my channel make money? Can you help my channel make? Okay, cool. We can look past it then. You can be a racist. You can be a bigot. Just help us make money, bruh. This is not the flex you thought it was. Fucking dumbass.
Destroyed Jordan Peterson. It was one of the best debates I've ever seen.
Definitely.
It was he destroyed Jordan Peterson. And now I'll never not take that from him. He did that. It's eternally that happened. It is eternal now. But it's the way he goes up, the way he carries himself. The angry cutting off and calling, hey, stupid, did I ask you that? I didn't tell you that.
Yeah.
It doesn't come off as like, it doesn't make you intelligent. But anyways, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Stop. Neil, stop.
Yeah.
You're making a claim.
I'm trying to explain.
Oh my God. When I say stop, dipshit.
You want me to explain it or no?
I want you to stop. What fucking part of stop was too hard for you?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to direct the conversation so that we don't waste time and so that you stop being.
Okay. So again, the thumbnail says be consistent. This is the part of Mount Dillahunty, even though I'm 100% opposed to where Gabrick and Neil are at. Like this shit. If I'm Matt, this is how I approach it. We're either gonna have the conversation or it's over. We're just gonna cut it off. And hopefully there's someone else that will have this conversation with you. But it's over. Like, because it's not, this isn't a good look. And again, this is me being consistent. This is not a good look. Because Matt has asked a couple questions and not even allowed for the questions to be answered. So, and again, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be fair in my observation and what I'm seeing and hearing. Matt has asked questions and a couple times been caught in a corner. Again, I'm going to keep it a buck. Has been caught in a corner and was like, well, I have this shit right in front of me. And he didn't have this shit right in front of him. He was the one that challenged Neil to call in. He should have had all this shit teed the fuck up, in my opinion. But if you're going to do this, like, if I'm Matt, I already have all the data in front of me. Like, because I invited you to call. I tempted you to call. If anything, I was talking shit, hoping that you would call, right? And then you called, and I don't have the shit right in front of me. That's a Matt problem. That's a Matt problem. So if you're going to challenge someone to come in and call, and you challenge them to do it, you motherfucker, you better have your shit on point. And Matt didn't here. Matt failed here. So again, be consistent. I'm going to be consistent. No, I think Matt's an asshole. I would not have him ever answer a phone call for me, and especially in this context, Matt was ill prepared, and it made Matt look like a dumbass.
Ambiguous. Okay. When I say, what is the woke left cult in the atheist community? And you say it's a bunch of performative people. I have no idea what you're talking about.
No shit, Matt, because you didn't let me finish.
Yeah, but you did Derek, say more than Derek, just performative.
I'm gonna do this right now.
Okay.
Derek, can you tell me?
In this regard, when Neil keeps going back to performative, Neil, you're a fake dude. You're a phony. You're a fraud, because everything you're doing right now is performative. So if you want to call out the quote unquote atheist cult or the mob or whatever for being performative, that's exactly what the fuck you and your daddy are doing right now. You and your daddy are performing right now. That's all this is. let's not get it. Let's none of us get this shit confused, because I'm not here to stir up further drama. I'm just pointing shit out for what it is, and it's all hilarious to me. It's all funny to me because, well, it's a performance, but that's all y'all been doing for an hour.
What grade all of your kids are in right now? Give me what grade they're in, and what subjects are they studying?
Yeah, well, I don't know all that. I mean, that would take me a while to the exact subjects. I don't even know all the subjects that there are. Okay, math. Okay, so my youngest son's 11, my middle son's 15.
Oh, wait, stop! I didn't ask what age they were.
Yeah, but I'm trying to.
Stop!
But will you let me? I'm a dipshit.
Derek, what do you not know about stop? I'm going to mute you now. Derek, I'm going to mute you now. What I asked you what school they went to, what subjects they studied, and what grades they were in, and you wanted to get into their age. And how am I supposed to? You didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me what subjects they. What are you talking about? You notice how you didn't even notice how you I unmuted you. I know. Didn't even get to, you were probably going to get to that. All the questions that I wanted you to get to.
Yeah,
you were probably going to get to it, and you weren't allowed. You couldn't even get there.
I tried.
That was the point. I was trying to do that on purpose.
Yeah, I had to think through it because my wife knows all of this perfect. Like, I have to really think as dad. I'm like, okay, hold on. Okay,
right.
What's the exact birthday? I got.
I didn't care if you really answered or not. I just wanted to show that Dillahunty. He asked you a question, and you're trying to answer the question,
and he cut you off.
cuts you off.
But that's performative. But that's performative, Neil. He's proving the point. It's to show on a show every asshole who wants to go, you shut him the fuck up, Matt. Right. Good job.
Well, that
Derek, I didn't know you were so simple minded, bro. I didn't. Up until all this shit, I didn't know. You're like a child, bro. I literally didn't know this until this shit. I didn't know that you thought and operated like a child like this, especially with all the scholarship you have around you.
That's why I think his fans are probably miserable, because if you actually enjoy watching that, you have to be miserable.
Yeah,
I don't think there's ever anything wrong with that conclusion. To conclude that an average Dillahunty fan is probably miserable, I think is perfectly normal based on how he presents himself. So you asked me a question.
Like if you said to me, Derek, are you happy? Like, are you completely not lately? I'm going to keep it real. I'm not, this has been a struggling week.
And how many nights of sleep did you lose, Derek? What did you say? Four nights? Oh, that makes you a scumbag and a piece of shit, according to your underling. According to your underling, your little bitch. According to your little bitch, that means you are a scumbag, Derek. Just saying, be consistent. Be consistent. Be fucking consistent. That's it. That's all I ask.
I'm going to be honest with you, but dude, I don't think he sees how miserable this like repetitive, constant doing this, unless this is how he gets his rocks off. That's my only interpretation. Like most people I know, atheist Christian that I've ever talked to that bring up Matt Dillahunty, and I've never had like I never met him in person, nothing like that. They all say the same thing, bro. It didn't matter where they're from, what they believe. They all say the same thing. They go, that guy needs to take a break, like a long-term break from all of this.
Oh yeah.
And that's funny because I said that earlier in the stream. Matt, take a vacation. But please take a vacation. But Neil, there was like, yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy. You're right, daddy. You're right, daddy. You're right, daddy. He should do that. But what Neil forgets is at the very tippity top of this, how he tried to flex on this is he said, Derek, this is your friend. This was your friend, and he turned his back on you. This is and was your friend. But now it's just, just another deed. That's why I said this shit's turned into comedy. Is it your friend or is it not? Because here, I'll tell you this. If it's just a person in passing, acquaintance, I don't really give a fuck at all. But if it's a friend that's saying some shit, man, I take that shit to heart. And I'm going to listen. It doesn't mean I agree every time. It does not mean I'm going to agree every time. But if it's a friend, man, I'm going to fucking listen, Linda. But now, Neil, you're playing your hoe cards again. You've become Derek's little bitch.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't have the receipts. Like I was gonna say, dude, everybody that I know thinks this about you. Every single time I talk to somebody about Matt Dillahunty, they're always like, that fucking guy. Holy shit, what an asshole. They all say this.
Now I know people who know him in person and actually say he's one of the kindest, like really cool night. Yeah, I'm not kidding, bro. Like, I don't want to give a false impression. I don't know him either. But dude, this show, like, you're really derogatory, dude. And if you act like this on camera, but you're different to usually meeting people in person, then there's a disconnect.
I don't know about that.
It makes me think it's performative. I don't know.
It makes me think either that or the people that are saying that are just kind of, they don't want you to like, they want you to like, you know, they're passing off. No, just they're making it simple for you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so if that's what you think, if that is your cycle, your logical cycle, Neil, then hopefully you've listened to this stream when I've perpetually informed you that Derek has made you his bitch. And man, in this sequence, if it is not more relevant than ever. Hey, and congrats to you, Derek. You out here big pimping. Derek's out here he got Neil to make all the big moves from him, doing all the big dirt for him. Neil, if you don't get it at this point, bro, you getting pimped. Just go ahead and call him daddy at this point. God damn, bro. God.
You're the same dude right now, by the way, as if I drove to your house 3 minutes from where I live right now and knocked on your door and opened the door. I could jump up. I could drive your house right now on your webcam with you right now on the live.
Yeah. Why? Because it's monkey see, monkey do. You move, he moves. You move to Florida, he moves to Florida. Fucking you God damn it. You could move to fucking Antarctica. Guess where Neil would move? Antarctica. Like no one's impressed.
And then the camera goes off, and I know you're the same dude, and I know that I'm the same dude. Like
exactly, these people. Yeah, maybe he is performing, but that's a bad way to perform. That I don't understand it. I don't understand the point. That's why it makes me think he acts this way publicly. It's hard to believe that he would perform this way without. You know what I mean? It's just weird. Anyways,
how you know they're performative, or how performative stuff is a woke left cult. Because performative means you're acting as if you are something, which is not a woke left cult. So answer the first question that I ask you, which is, what do you mean by woke left cult?
Pause that real quick.
So I tried to explain it.
I agree, because he's not giving you a chance to really explain the type of people you're talking about. But I do agree with him, though, that like just because people are performative doesn't mean anything as far as like being part of a cult. You're describing specific people that you are trying to point out are performing for other people and yet also are part of this bite model that we've been describing.
Okay, Derek. That just learned about the bite model yesterday.
Yeah.
He didn't give you the opportunity to explain.
He didn't let me get to the whole the deeper. I didn't get to the point of why it's a cult. All I was doing was telling him what they do first. Then I was going to get into, and then they get online and they get very culty because they have these dogmas that nobody can cross, and they do certain things that that ticks them off because they have this dogmatic.
Okay, so I was waiting for that part right there. Let's go. Derek and Neil. Let me be as clear as I can be. Being anti-bigotry, anti-racism, anything to do with bigotry, the fuck, bro. If being against an anti-bigotry is a problem for you or to you, that says way more about you than it does me. And it tells me 100% I can't fuck with you. I can't rock with you. None of that. So I don't know what this weird flex is that you guys think you're doing in this video, but it's weirdo, bro. It's weirdo. The fuck are you on, bro? I don't get it. No, like this shit's never okay. It's never fucking okay.
Like worldview. I was going to get into that stuff and I never got to. Watch.
Which is not a woke left cult. So answer the first question that I asked you, which is, what do you mean by woke left cult?
So I tried to explain it, and I'll explain it again. People online who are over.
Okay, I'm going to mute you for a second.
You didn't even.
Can you believe that? I'm
What can
literally
you
trying,
do?
because my answer is not going to change. You asked me the first time.
Yeah.
My answer was sincere. You cut me off in the middle of it. Then you ask me the same fucking question. The same question. What do you think I'm going to do? You think I'm going to give you a different answer now? Of course I'm going to say the same thing again. This is amazing. This is
You
like
didn't
beyond
get a chance. Yeah.
Look at this.
I don't need you to tell me you tried to explain it. I need you to understand that you didn't actually explain it.
Because you didn't let him.
What counts as woke?
Exactly. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
That is the what you mentioned, like controlling people's, like, I don't know, whatever.
Left.
And for the record, Neil and Derek, this is not bite model material. Sorry. This is not bite model material. Great attempt to try to take what someone taught you within the last 24 or 48 hours to try to be like, let's twist and manipulate. But this is not bite model material. Great effort, but nope.
Cult within the atheist community. If you start talking about, there are some people who are performative, I have no idea what you mean or who you're talking about or how someone can be performative and be a cult. Cults aren't performative. Cults are sincere believers. So once again, let's try this again. What do you mean by woke left cult in the?
Not necessarily, though.
I was going to say,
that's not part of the definition of cults. And you just read the definitions.
Yeah.
No one says that it's all sincere belief. Sometimes people get wrapped up in it and they perform to be a part of it still.
Yeah.
So that's, I wish you could have explored that more, because I would like to challenge him on that. No, it is
So-
performative.
If I may,
No, 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 no. All right, so I want to go back in the chat here real quick. Neil hurts Matt's Fifi's there. Yep. It see this word again. The thumbnail says be consistent, and I'm gonna be consistent all night long, all night. If you don't speak exactly how Matt wishes, you don't get to speak. I agree. And also, I agree Matt is by no means a cult leader. Agreed. There is a very clear definition of a cult. So I I agree with all points given. And if anything, I'm just trying to be the most consistent motherfucker out here. Yeah, it's Neil and Debrick just got hip to the bite model. Now they're trying to bite onto it and bite from it. And again, they're drowning because I don't think they know where to go with this, right? And we're watching that.
for you though, because this is important. The audience who's watching this, both, by the way, I guarantee you there's viewers on their side who are snooping right now. And picking this up. Okay. Neil has a video that he's working on right now. What he's going to expose is some people who may be authentically sucked into this. And there are some people that he's trying to point out who don't seem like they're sincerely being honest. They're saying one thing in private and another in public, which makes them putting on a performance rather than being truly what they honestly think. And they're afraid. They're scared that if they say something, they're going to get destroyed or their internal cult is going to cannibalize them. And that's exactly what they do.
But here's the big
Here's what y'all don't understand. Oh, okay. Let's pretend for a second that you have receipts on certain people saying certain things. What's up? Not a hurricane. I agree with your sentiment. I fucking agree. Here's oh, God damn it. Y'all want to keep going back to this, right? Because for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just because you just got hit to the bite model or whatever. Y'all are doing all of this 2-hour stream, and then and then both of you individually did hour streams separately. Y'all doing all this shit to sidestep the fact that you're cool with bigotry, you're cool with racism, you're cool with misogyny. That's what it comes down to, bro. And y'all keep trying to outsmart yourselves. And you can't. You can't do it. Why? Because this is dumb shit. And people that can see and recognize dumb shit call out dumb shit. And guess what I say on this fucking channel and on my social medias, on my Facebook, on my whatever. When I see and hear dumb shit, guess what I do with dumb shit? I call it the fuck out.
2, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, bang. Get fucked up. 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 Get fucked up.
So you can do all this dancing. you can do all this dancing. It may be cute to you, but I mean, I'll laugh at you, not with you, but I will laugh at you while you do your song and dance and continue to fucking call it out.
Thing though, the reason why I say it's performative is because I don't actually think most of these people are actually practicing what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them are hypocritical. They
Right.
want to look like they're this big social justice advocate publicly.
I said at the top, I don't do DM when it comes to this shit, bro. I don't do DMs. I don't do private messages. I don't do text messages. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy. You want to do a one-on-one live? Let's get it. I don't do DMs. I don't do when it comes to this shit. If y'all gonna put all this shit on blast in public, in the publics, bro, man, I ain't gonna dance. I ain't gonna dance. Let's get it. If that's how you feel about it, I literally have an entire channel dedicated to this shit. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
And then privately, they're just normal. They just go back to their families and they just do normal shit. But then publicly, I'm the state rep of Alabama, and it's all bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. That's my point. And I'm not saying that people on the left are all bullshit.
No.
There's people who are for real.
Of
I'm
course.
just saying the ones that are like this are usually performative, because when you're sincere in your beliefs, you don't have to resort to this type of stuff.
Right. And look,
People
you
who are
got
sincere.
someone in the audience is saying you're a right-wing grifter.
Yeah, I don't care.
I know.
Doesn't
I'm
bother
saying,
me.
like, if you're exposing far left ideology, you're automatically pendulumed. Like,
Yeah, I
you
know, I
can't
don't
be
care.
nuanced. I know. I
No,
want the
yeah,
audience to
yeah.
pick up and learn that, though, that
Yeah.
like you're not allowed to critique a thing that you're currently addressing and dealing with.
Yeah, that person doesn't understand what they're talking about. They're just an idiot. So they can.
Yeah.
They're just an idiot. They're just an idiot. They're just an idiot. No, even that the performative thing. Like I didn't, when this shit first popped off, it was not my first opinion of Big Homie and Little Homie, where I was like, y'all are just dumbasses, right? That was not my first leap. Anybody that knows me knows I skeptic the best that I know how to skeptic. And I went through, researched, listened, and I'm like, no, like this is some dumb shit. Y'all talking some dumb shit. Point blank, period. And until you can justify all the way you're moving right now to protect a fucking racist, until you can justify to me why you're moving this way, why you're talking this way, to stick up for and defend a fucking racist, guess what? You're guilty by fucking association. Because now you're moving just like him, bruh. I already said it earlier. If y'all, Derek and Neil, if y'all ripped and ran the streets like you say you did, and I'm actually becoming more and more suspect about that. I'm becoming more and more suspect about that. If y'all ripped and ran the streets the way y'all claim you did, dude, I'm gonna need to talk to somebody. I'm gonna need to know, because y'all moving like y'all never knew, and if you know, you know.
Have fun. Keep watching.
Of course. I just want to make that clear.
Atheist community.
People online who are over performative about their social justice issues.
Okay, I'm going to mute you again.
What do you want me to say, Matt? You want me to give you a different answer to my actual answer that I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He's acting like he's getting frustrated with me because he thinks that I'm like, I don't know, bullshitting maybe, but I'm not. Sorry, Matt. Sorry that I'm telling you my actual answer that you don't like. You know what I mean? And he third time in a row asking me the same exact question. What do you think I'm going to say? I'm going to say the same thing again.
Yep. What's up, Steven? It's the first time I've seen your name in the chat, but what's up? Shout out. Welcome first and foremost. Yeah, I agree. This is no longer about price. I 100% agree. 100%, and that's why I'm calling it out. And even now at 4:02 Eastern time, I'm calling it out because this shit popped off while I was DJing earlier, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh no, there's no goddamn way. There's no goddamn way. I'm not gonna fucking talk about this." That's why. For those just joining, there is a reason that the thumbnail says "be consistent," because here and let me I'm gonna be consistent through this whole shit. Oz, DJ Oz, on my channel, I can't stand Matt Dillahunty. The way he treats people, the way he talks to people, not a fan, can't stand him. I want nothing to do with him. Would never invite him to a barbecue, would never invite him to a birthday party, point blank fucking period. 100. The reason I say that, and I mean it, is because Derek sorry. Derek and his son, we'll say it's his son. Derek and his son went out of their way to create this, right? With Matt. Anyone that knows Matt Dillahunty, you already know what you're gonna get when you sign up for that fucking phone call, right? Exactly what they got. Here, Derek and Derek's son. Here's what you don't get to do. You don't get to take one phone call with Matt Dillahunty. Whether I like him, you like him, anybody else likes him, doesn't fucking matter. You don't get to take one phone call with Matt Dillahunty and pretend like your shit is not dangerous. You don't get to take one phone call and hide behind that and pretend that your shit is not fucked up. And at this point, I agree with what the person in the chat says. This is no longer about Bob. And you yourselves have demonstrated that this is no longer about Bob. Because when was the last time you mentioned Bob? When was the last time y'all mentioned Bob? So you're not out here defending Bob. You're now defending your own bigoted, racist bullshit. This is no longer about Bob. Let's not get it fucked up. Let's not get this confused. And this is not about Matt Dillahunty. Whether we like him, love him, appreciate him, whatever. I don't give a fuck where you fall. It's not about any of those people. This is about you, motherfuckers. This is about you. And you two are fucking disgusting. You two are fucking disgusting. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not play games. If nobody else wants to fucking say it, I'll fucking say it. And if anyone, Derek and Neil know that about me. They know that. But fuck both of you. I don't give a fuck.
If you keep repeating people online who are performative or over performative, we're never going to get anywhere.
Exactly, Matt. If you keep asking me the same question, we're never going to get anywhere. And keep cutting me off, we're never going to get anywhere. No shit, Matt. If you keep saying the same fucking question 3 times in a row and then cut me off after one sentence, we're never going to get anywhere. Dumbass.
It takes time.
How do people think this guy's smart, man? Holy shit.
So Neil just asked, how does anyone think that Matt Dillahunty is smart? I don't know, Neil, how do any of us know that you're smart?
Because you're not explaining what the fuck you mean.
I'm not explaining because you cut me off when I try to explain it. Duh.
That's true.
Like Derek, when I was asking you, I almost want to do another example of like,
okay,
hey Derek, your first job that you ever had, tell me like, you know, what it was and what you were doing and, you know, where you were at and how old you were, all that stuff.
First job, I was 15. I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, working for a spa, fitness, and wellness center. And in the spa.
What? Oh, Jesus. So when I listened to this first time, I told you it was like 45, a little over 45 minutes that I listened to it. And now, and I stopped. Now, Now it's where did you work, bro? I was doing landscaping. I don't fucking know. What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
Fitness and Wellness Center.
Whoa, stop. I didn't ask what was in the spa. I asked what you were doing in the spa, what you were doing at this place.
Right.
No.
Oh.
Let's.
Oh, okay. So now, oh, I get it now, Neil. Now I get it, Neil. Now you want to be performative. Now Neil wants to be performative. Neil again wants to be performative. We talked about this earlier. I mocked him on this shit earlier. Neil, you need to decide whether you're going to talk. Hold on. Neil, you need to decide whether you're going to talk it out of Derek's ass or your own ass. That's what the fuck needs to happen. Are you going to speak from Derek's asshole or your own asshole? That's all I'm hearing at this point. Pucker up, bitch. Jesus fucking Christ.
Let's start over.
Yep.
Derek,
Okay.
I'm going to ask you again.
Yeah.
What was your first job? Where was it? How old were you? And what were you doing?
I was in the Spa Fitness and Wellness Center, which was my first job. I was 15 and I was taking dirty laundry from the actual spa and taking it back into the back laundry room.
Stop. I don't care about dirty laundry. I want to know who was your employer, how much you were making, give me better details that see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. I was actually trying to get you to repeat the answer again, because technically you're supposed to just say the same. Like, if you're going to ask me the same question, I'm going to give you the exact same answer again.
Right.
Because that's my answer. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to go, let me rethink this.
Oh, but hold on. Everybody. But hold on. We don't. What? What? But we don't get the same answers. I remember Derek. And I remember, Neil, when you two said that we shouldn't fuck with Bob. What?
What are you people? On dope?
Hold on. Am I mistaken? I think I remember. That there was a point where Derek which he's now deleted, where Derek released an entire like epic film about why he can't platform Bob anymore because he's a racist. He doesn't want to hurt people. And of course, his mini me did, followed suit. But no, it was, oh, can't do this no more. That's funny. Yeah, look, I keep saying it. The more I hear these motherfuckers talk, they did not rip and run the streets the way they say they did. And I went and did some lurking and searching, some Facebook lurking and searching. These motherfuckers were not ripping and running this the way they said they did. My own opinion. Didn't happen.
So you know what, Matt? You're right. That was a bullshit answer. Let me rethink this and give you a totally different answer this time. No, you asked me the same exact question 3 times in a row. And then when I said the exact same thing 3 times in a row, you cut me off after 1 sentence. What did you expect? It's just, it's complete nonsense.
I feel like he's putting on a show, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, like you, Derek. Like you, Derek. If Derek is not the well, formally the most performative atheist channel on the YouTubes, I don't know what would be. But y'all want to keep talking about that's all Derek's ever done. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. Derek, nobody's taking you at face value anymore, bro. Shut the fuck up.
For the line.
It is.
You are being vague.
Vague.
What is, and I'm not going to interrupt you. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, really? You're not going to, what? That's interesting. You're not going to interrupt me this time? Let's see about that.
This time. But I am done asking you the same question over and over again. I'm sorry that you're shit at communicating this, but here's the question one more time. What is the woke left cult in the atheist community?
And those people who I discussed already get together on the internet and they attack people for not being up to their standard, and they try to exploit people for, well, you know, they woke scold. They scold people for not being on the same level as them, and it's not healthy for anybody. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help minorities. Help trans people.
Give me an example. Give me an example.
Says, I'm not going to cut you off, and he cut me off.
Rightfully so. That one, I will stick up for Matt on that one. Neil, you were not answering his question. Like, the fuck. Answer his question, Neil.
I wasn't even close to being done explaining myself there. I wasn't even close to being done. I was about to get into what they were doing, how they were viewed. He cut me off and said, give me an example. And I would have gotten there if you would have let me talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Nuts, man.
Ricky.
Our bad, Neil. We didn't realize that you needed 40 minutes to answer one question. God damn it. The one time I defend Matt Dillahunty.
Brock, as an example. Someone who said
I didn't
one
ask
thing
for a
in the
name,
private.
but okay.
Is this an ad? Am I?
You're breathing heavy and you're not listening and you're not thinking. And so your sound.
You're sick.
Breathing heavy. What are you? Now he's just making shit up now. Breathing heavy. What are you talking? Does it sound like I was breathing heavy at all? Does that really? I didn't hear that. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Breathing heavy. You're right. This is very performative, actually. Now that you mention it,
Sounding incredibly annoying. When I say give an example, I'm talking about an example.
Notice how I'm annoying. I'm annoying, but he's the one cutting me off. You're incredibly annoying. You don't even let me speak, bro. I can't even give my answer.
Yep.
Oh, we got a super chat. Ewa Sabao. Thank you for the super chat. Are you doing Amun videos still? The answer is absolutely. That is in the works still. I had to push it back because of the Greece trip, but it's actually going to come out faster than you think. It's going to come out before the documentary because I'm working on that next. I have the video that I'm doing in the for next 2 days coming out. Then the Amun video is going to finish because I had some friends that Luke Ranieri, the Greek expert, Luke Ranieri, he's helping. He's doing a quick little segment with us for that.
Nice.
Like just totally like not looking good. Like, anyways.
Uh-oh.
So yes, thank you for that super. I missed one from earlier. Let me get that one. SJL, thank you for the $5. Abrahamic globalism and woke globalism are two sides of the same coin. Globalist, fear-based, passive-aggressive, genocidal, apocalyptic, utopian. You know what's interesting about this actually is a lot of the people that are like this they come from a religious background and they just transfer their religious attitudes to overperformative social justice stuff.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I think you and your daddy, when you quote unquote deconstructed, you stopped the book in your faith, and you forgot to deconstruct the rest of it, and now you've carried your bigotry and your other shit into it. And now you're literally showing ass. You're showing ass. And you look like complete fucking assholes, as you should.
So like instead of being like really religious about, oh my God, you got to get saved, you're going to go to hell. Oh my God. Like, that type of stuff that like completely over the top Christians that you see. Instead, they act like over the top with when it comes to issues on social justice. And there's
I hope they are. I hope they do. And for fuck's sakes, get it right one time. Get it right one goddamn time.
Scolding everybody. Oh my God, did you just say that word? That's offensive. Oh, did you just talk to that person? He's a bigot. Oh, you're like completely over the top. And it's religiosity just being transferred from one to the other.
Yeah, I do agree. The behavior is the fundamentalism, if you will, is there.
It's still there. You can see it. You can it's still 100% there. And so they're so, and it's not even that I don't care about their beliefs or what their political ideas
are. It doesn't even
really
matter. Yeah.
It's the fact that they're so over the top and so scoldy about it. And it doesn't, you're not helping the cause. You're turning people away. Nobody.
Yeah. Telling people that they're bigots and racist is a problem, right, Neil? Right, Neil? Right? Telling people that they're bigots and racists is a problem for you. You and your daddy. That says a lot more about y'all than it does about me.
Nobody likes that. Everyone's just getting turned off by it.
Unless they're part of the cult.
Unless they're part of it. And then they have cognitive dissonance. They don't even see it. They think they're doing, instead of doing God's work, they're doing the work for the minorities. They're doing the work for the oppressed.
And I'll say this real quick again. The fact that they keep referring back to God and scripture and sin and all that shit, that is a telltale sign that their deconstruction stopped at scripture. Their deconstruction stopped at faith. This social shit, they're still on the same bigoted fucking bullshit that the Bible teaches. Point blank, period.
They have a different, now they're doing a different work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slow to Trev, thank you for the $4.99. So showing support, much love from CA. Thank you for your hard work on your videos. Thank you for that, Slow Trev. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, now it just keeps getting worse and worse. He's gonna keep cutting me off. Look at this.
Of woke scolding, not who you think is woke scolding. An example is an example of the action you were describing.
Now he didn't specify that. He literally, as I'm talking about people, I was talking about people. He said, give me an example. So in my mind, I thought he wanted an example of a person. For him to think that I should read his mind and understand the context of the question is just crazy. He could have been more specific and said, give me an example of some of the stuff that they do. He just said, give me an example. But watch, I'll play it back. Give me an example. Oh, it's going to ask for an ad.
You asked for an example.
Jesus fucking Christ, Neil. All right, I'm going to mute you again. Take a breath, because you're breathing heavy and you're not listening and you're not thinking. And so you're sounding.
Right here, I'm muted. Right here, I'm muted, but I'm actually laughing my ass off in the background. I'm going, it's funny. When you're in the middle of this, it's funny. It is.
Incredibly annoying. When I say give an example, I'm talking about an example of woke scolding, not
healthy for anybody. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help minorities. Help trans
give me an example.
Give me an example. Now, notice how I was talking about people. So I'm thinking he wants an example. Did he say, give me an example of what they are doing? No. So for him to get mad at me for not knowing what the question is crazy. It's just like nobody would act like that in real life. You're talking to someone.
Can anyone please is there anyone out there somewhere out there? Is there somewhere, anyone somewhere that can help me? Why, how, this is so bad. I hate it. So that I'm on the record. Like, I hate this shit, right? Fucking hate it. Can anyone make sense of this? Because it like all this shit, the topics are serious, right? It's their arguments or lack thereof. I can't do anything but laugh at them at this point. So I'm asking it, like, am I missing? Am I fucking missing something? Am I fucking missing something that? Like the fact that they said they keep talking about this performative shit. That's all the fuck you two do is perform. That's all the fuck you two do is perform. I don't. Yeah, man. The fuck. don't know if I can listen anymore to this shit. No, actually, I'm gonna draw my own line in the sand right now. God damn it. Neil and it seems Derek doesn't do anything on his own anymore. He has his student. No, fuck. I already said it tonight. Fuck it. Derek has Derek has his underling working for him, doing all the dirty work. But I will I'll put it up. Y'all both y'all got my fucking number. But both y'all got my fucking number. Holla at your boy. If you want to come on here and chop it up real time, face to face, and I'm here for all day. Let's get it. I'm not gonna do back and forth private messages, back and forth private text messages, all that shit's for the birds. Y'all have put this shit out for the world to see. So if we're gonna do it, we're gonna chop it up. Let's put it on blast. Let's put the shit on fucking blast. Why hide or pretend that the shit ain't going down? It is what it is. So I've now 2 streams, and unless y'all hit me up, this will be the last one I do. This will be the last time I fucking address this shit. Why? Because at this point, it's a joke. Unless you have a great explanation, at this point, this shit's a fucking joke. And y'all two are out of your goddamn minds. So you have the open invitation. Y'all can hit me up. You know how to get a hold of me. Both y'all got my fucking number. And you can holler at your boy. And again, if y'all ripped and ran the streets the way you say you did, you already know what time it is. When I tell you, hit me up, you should already know. You should already know. All right. Thanks y'all for hanging out tonight, chopping it up with me. Listening in. And hopefully sooner than later we can put this shit to goddamn sleep and have some finality to it. And if these two dudes have the big kahunas that they claim they do, they'll hit me up. If not, we'll just take it at face value. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. I'm out this bitch.